The Digital Health London Accelerator programme supports some of the best and highest potential digital innovations that can transform and support the NHS. It remains sector leading and highly competitive. I'm Lesley Soden and I'm the Programme Director of the Innovation Theme at the Health Innovation Network, one of Digital Health London's founding partners. Here are some top tips to support you making the best possible application. I've been a reviewer and sat on the interview panel of the past 2 cohorts, and hopefully these top tips will help you with your application.
Hi, I'm Katja Masconi-Yule, the Programme Manager for the DigitalHealth.London Accelerator Programme. We're going to talk you through the application portal today, focusing on open questions and taking advice from Lesley, who's got years of experience in both writing bids and tenders, as well as reviewing and interviewing potential accelerator companies. When you follow the link from the DigitalHealth.London website to apply for the next cohort, you'll be taken to the application platform SurveyMonkey Apply. This platform has 5 sections with a number of questions for you to fill out. It's important to note that you are able to save and come back to this application at any time. We recommend that you draft your questions and your answers and share these with colleagues to get input to ensure that your answers are both clear, concise, and free from any typos. I'm going to skip through the standard questions, but really focus on questions that allow you to talk a bit more about your company and about your product. This year, the Digital Health.London Accelerator is accepting applications from companies from anywhere in the world. However, it is important for us to understand where it is your company is both registered, as well as where it is your company is trading. So please be quite clear and detailed as to whether you're a UK company based outside of London, a UK company based in London, or a company based outside of the UK. An important question for companies who are not based in London is this question. We really do require some detailed description of what it is that your resources and commitment are in terms of spending time in London to make the most out of the program. Please do use this box with as much detail as possible. We want to understand how many staff members you might have based in London, how many pilots and contracts you might have, and where those might be with NHS and health and care organizations, as well as any other relationships, including investors based in London or contracts you might have with private healthcare organizations. Well detailed on our website, the Digital Health.London Accelerator offers some fantastic support and benefits over 12 months. One thing we do not offer is direct funding. This box is important for us to understand how it is that you are going to maintain yourself for both the 12 months of support on the program, but also the future after the program. Please give as much detail that you can in terms of self-funded finances, investment that you've already received or anticipate to receive, as well as any revenue that you might have. Another important eligibility question is regarding your state aid allowance. As we are a part ERDF funded program, the program is estimated to be worth an equivalent of £35,000 worth of support. To be able to qualify for the program, you have to not have exceeded your €200,000 cap over any 3-year period. If you have received state aid in the last 3 years, it's important for you to tick both yes for this question and fill out the table below, detailing who the funding body is, how much support you received, and when you received it. On to the meaty questions. First question is your elevator pitch. If you were stuck in a lift and you had 1 minute, what would you say about your product? How would we fully understand what it is that you do? Lesley, any suggestions of what you would like to see written in this box?
Yeah, within this one, it's only 80 words. So you've really got to describe what the digital solution does, who it helps, and being able to be really clear with your language. Don't use acronyms, and making sure that you're giving any key statistics, really being able to sell it as you would if you were in an elevator.
We then move on to understanding where it is that your product or service fits within both the NHS as well as the wider health and care system. Please be clear as to who would be using this, how would they use it, and what exactly your product does. Lesley, any suggestions on what you would like to see?
Yeah, really within here, you need to be able to say who the beneficiaries of the digital solution would be. So whether it would be for your patients, whether it be for the workforce, whether it be for workflow and process, whether it would improve clinical pathways, really being able to fully demonstrate what the benefits are, and also where else it might help within the healthcare system. So would it take, for example, pressure off GPs, or would it help for discharge of patients? Being really clear, although you've got a potential customer in mind, who the actual beneficiaries of the solution would be.
The next set of questions look for more detail about the products or services that your company has both established and is ready to buy on the market, as well as those that are in development. Question 3, we really look for more detail of the products that are already available to purchase or use by the health and care sector. Please give us details of exactly what they're called, any links that you may be able to share with us that allow us to go on and play on the platform, have a look at the app, have a look at the website, as well as where this product might be used at this point. The next question looks at products that are still in development or are due to be launched at some point. So it's good for us to understand for 4A if you're planning to launch a product anywhere between November 2020 and the end of 2021. If you are, it'd be great if you could give us as much detail as possible about where this product is in terms of its stage of development, when you're hoping to bring it to market, as well as which market it is that you're targeting that you think would use this product and pay for this product. Question 5 is important for information that you've given in both question 3 and question 4. What we would like to see in this section is ticking as many boxes as you'd like in the stage of development for each of these products. So for your established product, you'd be ticking whether it be a prototype or a fully developed product, and then detailing what the name of that product is in the box on the right. For any potential products that are still in development, you might be ticking the working prototype or the prototype with a number of pilot users, and again, detailing the name of what that product is. Please give as much information and tick as many boxes with listing as many names of the products as you feel important. We then move on to some technical and other challenges that you might have for those products that are in development. It's important for us to understand what barriers you might hit between November 2020 and the end of 2021. Is there anything that would delay the launch of a product? Is there any type of system change or development hurdle that you feel would hinder launching, both at all or its timeline? Next, we move over onto commercialization plans. This is really important for us to understand where it is that you see yourself both now in terms of making this product available and making it financially viable, as well as where you see that in the future. Lesley, what would you like to see someone answering this question?
So within this question, it need to be able to demonstrate that you thought through your market analysis, who the customer would be, what your business model would be, who would pay for it, but also more importantly, what the return on investment would be. For any NHS provider or commissioner, they'll always be looking at what the savings can be generated from your digital solution. So being really clear about who you think would be buying, who would be your customer, and that you've thought through how they would be purchasing it, whether it's a subscription model, and what the size of the market would be as well, and what your potential market share would be.
Question 8 allows you to detail any potential research collaborations to develop evidence that you might be interested in. It would be good for us to understand if you have any particular requests that you would like for support if you were successful in applying for the program in regards to establishing one or more research collaborations. If yes, it will be really useful for us to understand the types of areas of interest that you would like to focus on, whether that be health economics, clinical trials, literature reviews, and then the type of target outputs that you would feel would be valuable for your company. Key competitors and IP. Lesley, thoughts on what you think would be good when companies answer this question?
So to answer this question, you really thought through who your competitors are and that you've looked at what the difference is with your digital solution. So being able to give a competitor analysis and please be objective with that, and pull out those differences. So making sure that you're linking in and showing why your digital solution is innovative and unique compared to your competitors. Also important that you give information that you've thought through about intellectual property, or whether you've got a patent, how long the patent lasts for, and that you've thought through the different components of your solution on which you need to make sure that you've got that intellectual property.
Question 10 asks some details about the skills and expertise you currently have in your company, as well as space for you to talk about any areas that you might particularly wish to grow in the future in terms of expertise that you might already have, but you'd like a larger department at a later stage, or a department or an area of expertise that you'd like to include in your organization. Reasons for applying for the program. It's really important for us to understand what it is that you would like to get out of support from the Accelerator team. Lesley, as a reviewer and an interviewer, what would you feel would be a good response from companies answering this question?
This is a really important question because it gives the interview panel an understanding of how you can benefit from the program, so that you've thought through your 3 largest challenges, what the program can do to support you, how you can benefit from having a dedicated navigator, and that you've really thought through that it's not a sales force that the navigators are going to be providing for you, but they're going to be able to use their networks, their links, their clinical expertise to be able to support you and to be able to advise and guide and signpost to make sure that your innovation is spread and adopted as widely as possible. So really thought through why you want to join the Accelerator and giving those reasons of why you think it would benefit.
We then move down to the last section of the application form. We look for some references from your side of people who have been using the product. And finally, giving you a space to sign and date, digitally sign and date the application form. A quick note here, that this box is able to be cleared. So if you are not happy with your first version or your third version of your digital signature, please feel free to clear it, start again, and when you are happy, you can push mark as complete. Lesley, any final top tips?
Yeah, when you're looking at your answers, what I would suggest is that you draft those answers first of all. You take them away, redraft them, look at the word count, use the word counts wisely, make sure the word counts are there for a guide to be able to give as much information as possible. Please share it with colleagues, get someone to proofread it. Proofreading is a really important part of the application, because I know that when I've been with people that have been reviewing bids that I've written, if there's a typo or there's a grammar or there's a mistake, they can't focus on the information. All they see is those mistakes. So making sure that you're proofreading it. Also just think about some of your golden themes. So what makes your digital solution innovative, what the market is, why it's unique, and really being able to draw that out in your application so that when someone is reviewing it or it's on the interview panel, that they're really excited about your digital solution. Another top tip is to be able to look at the word count and don't always use acronyms. If you're using an acronym, make sure you give it in full. You could always use acronyms further down in the application. And also using clear English. Don't assume that the person that's reviewing it has the same amount of clinical or technical experience that you do. So making sure that it is written in plain and clear English. Hopefully, I will see you at an interview panel, and good luck with your applications.
For any more information, please do refer to our website. Thank you for your time, and we wish you the best of luck in completing your application.